When you think of Borderlands 2, you might think of many things along the lines of perfection, Gearbox's Mona Lisa. Is that... Is that Randy Pitchford painted as the Mona Lisa? Nah. Or to quote Snoop Dogg,
this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss. But there is one type of people who would disagree with you, and those people are Twitter/X users, and that's definitely not because I forced them to do it. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at criticisms Borderlands fans have for Borderlands 2. Kicking off with this game. Oh, I mean, fair enough. It's never had a remaster, you know, I agree. I remember we all thought it would have gotten one for the 10th anniversary, which was over a year ago now, but no, nothing. Speaking of, it's so hard to believe this game is 11 years old, man. See, this is why people say the art style of the game is so important, because if you told me this game came out only a few years ago, I would totally believe you. But could you imagine Borderlands 2 with actual fixed scaling alongside sliding and mantling being introduced? That would just be the cherry on the top, to be honest. No cutscene skip and free full story playthroughs is hard to go back to. Fuck me, I agree. Having to hear Boom Boom yell, "I'm ready to blow," as if he's some escort you just picked up from that one dodgy alleyway nearby 3 times per character can get a little bit annoying. Plus, yeah, playing through the same story and maybe even DLCs 3 whole times just to finish up one character is crazy. I'd be fine with just normal mode and TVHM, but UVHM was just a bit too much, I think. It also feels like a bit of a cheap way to extend playthrough length. Like, a lot of people will clown on Borderlands 3 because, Crypto doesn't have as much content as Borderlands 2. Oh shit, hold on, let me cut you off there. I see you got a new little morning after kill post on your wall. When'd you get Crypto? If you don't understand why I have morning after kill on my wall, then you're just a shell, to be honest. Alright, okay. But the only reason why you're finishing your Borderlands 3 playthroughs faster is because you only actually need to do the story once in that game. TVHM is optional and UVHM just doesn't exist. But yeah, overall I feel like this is something everyone universally agrees on, you know. No one likes doing the same shit 3 times on one character. It's just But you know what isn't The story was a tad too long. That's probably the first time I've actually heard anyone ever say that, really? Though, personally, I think it was the perfect length. Nothing felt like it was missing and everything tied up nicely at the end. Though if I did have to pick, I definitely prefer more than less. Console load times. Yeah. This also kind of ties into the point that a lot of people are currently making with wanting safe quit farming to be completely abolished, to which I agree. It's so outdated, and farming for rare items, especially on a game like Borderlands 3 on old gen, is dreadful. Obviously, it's nowhere near as bad on Borderlands 2, but it's still a good thing to point out, and I agree. Weapons not dropping on your level. I fucking hate when I spend 20 minutes to get a weapon, and when I finally get it, it's bad. Not because the parts are prefixed, but because it decided to drop 3 levels below me, despite the enemy it dropped from being on my level. Yes. Yeah, like genuinely, I don't think this is something I have to elaborate on, because unless you have some extreme BDSM kink and adore inflicting pain on yourself, I'm sure we can all agree on this, and I'm so glad Borderlands 3 decided to fix this. Jack. I mean, have you seen the Cutie Killers and Vault Hunters album cover? He a baddie for sure. Manually collecting Iridium is balls, yes. Honestly, that's one of the best changes Borderlands 3 ended up making, not having to manually click X or E or square or whatever your interact button is on every little piece of Iridium. It's a blessing. All the bugs that never got fixed. I love how Vora and Hyperia still have double their original intended HP value because, you know, that's fun and just a minor inconvenience that apparently isn't worthy of fixing. Handsome Jack was too set. Fellas! What is going on? The horny is too much. Not enough tan. Fellas! A fucking Leonardo DiCaprio gif. So true, I agree. Storage too small for collectors. I'm gonna assume this is referring to bank space to store items in, and that's a very valid point. Borderlands 3 thankfully improved on this, like the bank space in that game goes over 500, but in Borderlands 2 the max bank capacity is 24, which is nowhere near enough. Now yeah, I get Borderlands 3's loot system is much more complex with anointments and stuff, but you still have weapon parts and stuff like that to worry about, so a bigger bank space is definitely something I would would like to see in a Borderlands 2 remaster if one ever comes to fruition. Too much grinding during the main story to stay on level. I really liked how Borderlands 3's XP grind felt kinda seamless. I thought most people liked it too, so I'm not sure why they went back to the tedious XP farming method Borderlands 2 had in Wonderlands. To me, it just feels like a step backwards in the completely wrong direction. Handsome Jack! See, now I can't even tell if people are saying Jack to make him fit with the hot jokes or if you actually dislike him. Oh, never mind, here we go! Jack is a 3 out of 10 villain, uninspired and overrated. The only reason why people like him so much is because his voice actor gave an 11 out of 10 performance. Yeah, you lost me at uninspired. I've genuinely never seen a villain like Jack before he came around. If anything, he was the inspiration. Granted, I do agree he is a tad overrated, but putting him below a 7 out of 10 is just criminal to me. Not enough guns. 87 bazillion guns not enough to you? OP levels are not fun, no. No, they are not. And you know when we had that discussion earlier about hating doing the same story and missions 3 times in a row per playthrough? Yeah. Now imagine 10 times. How pleasuring does that sound? Sawtooth Caverns. Blood is in a paradox universe, what the fuck? And finally we have They Did the VR Port Dirty. Yeah. You know, I really hate how they're dropping Borderlands 3 on the Switch now too. Like, we're about to have yet another Vita situation on our hands. You're telling me graphics like this in 2023 are acceptable? Now, I'm not blaming Gearbox. No. I know the Switch's hardware is really outdated in the current day, but here's a suggestion, how about you just don't drop it on the Switch, you know? But anyways, that's it for the Twitter side of things. On to you guys. What do you think stops Borderlands 2 from truly becoming a perfect game? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I make content all things Borderlands, so it's definitely worth sticking around. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay classy. Peace.